Good afternoon. Welcome to your Monday Mobility. Today I am doing knees. So need new knees. This is going to be a standing workout, very, very basic and quite gentle. I will do some more complicated things in the group on Wednesday, but this is quite gentle. And it's for anybody that's got slightly dodgy knees. So if you've got arthritis, it'd be great. If you've got knee replacements, if you've got your knees are a bit squeaky, feeling a bit tired, wear and tear, any of those things, this will be good. I'm going to do 7 very, very basic exercises that you can do. They're all standing up. If you've got a chair, you might want to hold on to it to help you balance, because we're not working on balance today, we're just working on strengthening the muscles around the knees to help you strengthen your knees. If you have got a space on the wall that you can lean against the wall, that would be handy for 2 of the exercises. But if you haven't, don't worry, you can just do it standing up, holding onto the chair. So I'm going to be using the wall. So let me get on with it without further ado. So yeah, it's quite basic. Obviously, if there's anything that is really uncomfortable and you can't do, then don't do it. But hello, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me. So it's quite basic. I'm going to start. So knees. Need new knees? You'll need new knees. Hello, how lovely to see you. So I've got a chair to hold on to. I've got the wall I'll be using for the last 2 exercises. All right, so we'll just start off very, very basically with your posture. Feet are hip distance apart, facing forwards. Knees a little bit soft. You've got your pelvis nice and neutral. Of course, you've got your string pulling your head up towards the ceiling. Hello. And you've got your shoulders rolled back. Pelvic floor is lifted up nice and tight, always in Pilates, as if you're stopping yourself having a wee tummy squeezed in, a little bit of engagement in those core muscles, but we won't worry about that too much because we're just focusing on the knees today. So hold on to the chair if you need to, if you struggle with balance, not a problem at all. So I'm just going to start off with some little calf raises. So you're lifting up onto your toes, whoops, falling over already. It's a good idea to have the chair. So just lifting up onto your toes. So we're just going to warm up the knees a little bit to start with. So as I said, this is going to be very, very basic. And then on Wednesday, I will do some more of this and some stuff on the floor as well, which will be a bit more advanced for anyone that wants to do that. So keep this nice and basic. So we've got a little lift, and then just a little knee lift, so lifting up one knee. So we just want to warm up the knees a little bit before we do anything too much. I'm just going to warm up the knees, get them all nice and lubricated. What's it called? Synovial fluid, I think, is what's in your joints. We can get moving, lubricating our joints. So we'll do that again. So just some little calf raises. So we're lifting up onto your toes. Lifting up onto your toes. And we'll do some little knee lifts again. So I'm not really doing anything with the arms today, with the upper body. It's all the knees. So I'll do that again. Lift up onto your toes. Little calf raises. And then one more lot of knee lifts. Little knee lift. Lovely. So then I'm going to turn the toes outwards and just do that again. So little raises onto your toes. I'll do another 4 of those. So it is helpful if you tighten up the pelvic floor and squeeze in the tummy, but don't worry too much about it. Okay, and then back to straight hip distance apart. We'll do that again, little raises. So just warming up at the moment, warming up the muscles around your knees. And we'll do the knee lifts again. Okay, so I'm going to call these cat pedals. So you're going to be, as if you're walking on the spot. So you're pushing down into your heels. So do very, very small ones to start off with. So your knees just bending a little bit. So your heel's going down, one heel's going down, and the other one's going down. So as if you're walking on the spot. So these are cat pedals. Just pedaling with your feet, one foot and then the other foot going down into the floor. Okay. And then if you can, go them a little bit deeper if it's comfortable. So obviously with all these movements, if your knees start to hurt with any of the ones that you do, then you can just make it smaller. They're really, really good for your knees, all these movements. But if it's too much for you, just make it smaller always. Okay, so let's just go back to the beginning. So we've just got our calf raises, a few of those, and then our knee lifts, and then we're going to start with the exercises. Okay, So the number one exercise is you are going to lift up your knee and straighten it, bring it back and put it down, and then I'm going to do 2 calf raises. So then the other leg, so lift, lengthen, bring it back, put it down, and then 2 calf raises. So we'll do that again. So lift and lengthen, hold on if you need to, calf raise, and then the other foot, standing up nice and tall, lift, straighten, back and down. That is exercise number 1, nice and easy. Okay, exercise number 2 is the cat pedals we've just done. So we're just pushing down into one heel, make them as small as you want to. And then you can make them a little bit bigger if it's comfortable on your knees. Make them a little bit bigger. You can add in arms if you want to, you don't have to. Okay. So then exercise number 3, I'm going to do circles. So we're used to doing circles with the pelvis. We're going to do circles with the knees. So hands are on your thighs. You're going to rotate your knees around in a circle. Now, you can do it with your knees only a little bit bent, if that's better for you. Just stand out so you can see what I'm doing with my knees. Imagine you're drawing a circle with your knees. So I'm just going one way at the moment. If you want to bend down deeper, that's okay. You can do that. If not, you can have your legs a bit straighter. You're going to be really warming up these muscles, working the muscles surrounding your knees. I'm going to go back the other way. So you're trying to circle your knees. So your bottom will be moving in a circle as well, but it's your knees that you're focusing on. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to start from the beginning. So, exercise number 1, lift, straighten, back, down, and then 2 little raises. Other foot, lift, straighten, back, and down. 2 little calf raises. We'll do that again. So, lift, exercise number 1, which is any time. Oops, lift, and again. Lift, straighten, back and down. Calf raises. Okay, exercise 2 is your cat pedals. Little cat pedals, if you want. So we're pushing a heel down into the floor as if you're walking on the spot. And then I'll make them a little bit bigger, so deeper, if that's comfortable for your knees. Okay. Exercise 3 is your knee circle, so circling around with your knees. Squeeze the tummy in. And then I'm going to go back the other way. And then we've got another one. Okay, that's exercise 3. Exercise 4. So we're going to do a lift and then a little squat. Lift and a squat. It's not too deep. Again, make it smaller if it's uncomfortable to go deeper. We're not trying to cause pain, we're trying to strengthen the muscles to help your knees. So I'll do that again. And a little bend, very small. Lift. Heels and a bend, lift the heels and bend. Okay, we're going to do exactly the same thing but a little bit wider, so feet a bit wider, lift. Then so when you change the angles of your feet or the angles of your legs, you're going to work slightly different muscles, which is good. And, okay, the next exercise, if you can manage it, we're going to squat. It doesn't have to be too deep. You're going to lift your heels. So you might want to hold onto the chest. We're just going to lift your heels. Lift your heels. Let's turn as you can see. Lift the heels. Lift the heels. So if it's really uncomfortable, just make it very, very small. It's quite hard work on your thighs. You'll feel it. Lovely. That is your foot exercise. So I'm going to start from the beginning again. So beginning, well actually let's just do some little calf raises. Okay, so back to the beginning. So exercise number 1, lift, straighten, back and down, and then the calf raises, lift up onto your toes. Other leg, lift, straighten, back and down, and calf raises. Do that again. Lift, straighten, back and down. Have a rest if you need to. Lift, straighten, back and down. Okay, next one. Second exercise is the cat pedals. So walking on the spot, pushing the heel down into the floor. You can do it very, very small. Just do 8 small ones and then 8 a little bit bigger. So dip a bit deeper if you want to. So you're really starting to feel your thighs warm up now. Lovely. Exercise 3 is the knee circle. So little circles with the knees, big or small, whatever's comfortable for you. Back the other way, circles going around with your knees. Okay. Exercise 5 is calf raise, a little squat. Up and a squat. Okay, your knees are going straight forward over your toes, not going in or out. We're going to do that wider, so wider feet, up and down, knees going over your toes, up and down, small as you like, up and down. Okay, exercise 5. We're going to stay down in that squat, so stay down in that squat, wherever is comfortable. Lift up your heels, if you can. Anything that's too difficult, you can miss it out, of course. We'll do 8 of these, so lift the heels. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to start that all again. So from exercise 1, lift, straighten, back and down. If you do this every day, you'd really notice the difference. And down to lift. Lift. I've messed that up, haven't I? And straighten. I've messed it up completely. Lift, straighten, back, never mind. And lift. Okay, next one, cat pedals. So 8 little cat pedals, not very big at all. And 8 slightly bigger ones. So it's like you're walking on the spot, but then you're digging your heel down into the floor a little bit deeper. Okay, number 3, little circles with your knees. How do they feel? How are your knees feeling? And back the other way. One knee's probably different to the other. Lovely. Okay, next one is lift and little squat. I'm really starting to feel in my thighs now. And little squat. There's only 2 more exercises to do. And a squat and a lift. And a squat, feet are wider, lift, and a squat, don't forget the knees, you want to go straight forward over your toes. Again, you can make this as small as you like. If you've got crunchy knees, it might be crunching now, don't worry, as long as it's not hurting. Okay, then we're going to do our squat, and we're going to lift the heels. Lift the heels. It's quite tricky, if you can't manage that, don't worry, you really feel it in your thighs, really working those thighs now. Okay, lovely. That is 5 exercises. So we've got 2 more exercises. Now, if you have got a wall, you're going to go and stand against the wall and you're going to lean back into the wall with straight legs. I've got bare feet or shoes. And obviously, if you've got socks on, if you've got a carpet, you're probably okay. But just make sure that you're not going to slip. So this is exercise 6. Legs are straight. All you're going to do is lift up your toes. Lift up your toes. Now, if you haven't got a spare bit of wall to do this, you can do it standing up. Make sure you hold onto the chair, so just lifting up the toes, a little bit trickier without the wall to lean on. So I'll do that again, leaning back into the wall, so lifting up the toes. So you're really getting a bit of a stretch. You're still working the thighs. Or standing up, holding onto the chair. Okay, the last exercise. Quite tricky, so you're going to do a little squat against the wall, as small or as deep as you want to. If it's only a little one, that's great, no problem at all. If you can go deeper, that's fine. You're going to lift your heels. So it might help to balance to put your arms out, so you're going to lift up your heels. This is quite hard. You're going to feel it in your calf muscles. Watch out for cramp. If you haven't got the wall, come back to the middle. If you haven't got the wall, you can just do a little squat and then lift up your heels. Oh, there goes my knees creaking. So you can still do it there, but it's a little bit nicer if you're leaning back into the wall. So in your squat, lifting up the heels. Okay. Breathing as well, don't forget to breathe. So if you want to, you really should be feeling it working now. If that's enough for you, you can have a rest and finish there. I'm going to go from the top again. So, exercise number 1. Lift, lengthen, back and down. I'll do it right. 2 calf raises. Then the other leg. So, lift, lengthen, back and down. Calf raise. Let's do that again. Standing up all, and not forgetting to breathe. And again, lift, lengthen, back and down. Okay, that was one. Number two, the cat pedals. So, the little cat pedals, push the heel down into the floor, make them bigger if you can, so really push down. You're feeling your glutes as well. Lovely. Number three, the knee circles. Drawing a circle with your knees. Back the other way. Lovely. Okay, next one is lift and a squat, knees over the toes. Shoulders are relaxed, you're breathing nice and deeply. And you can tighten up the tummy and lift up the pelvic floor as well. That would be lovely. Okay, feet a little bit wide. Lift and a squat. So you're lifting up your heels and then a little squat. Okay, squat. So that's exercise 4. Exercise 5. Your lovely squat. Lift your heels. Heels. Oh, there's my foot cracking now as well. I'm very creaky. Really feeling it in the thighs now. But if you did a little bit of this every day, your thighs would be stronger, which would help your knees. Good. Okay, then against the wall. So lean back against the wall, or holding onto the chair if you haven't got the wall. Leaning back, make sure that you're not going to slip. You are lifting up your toes. So get as much as a flex as you can. Really pull the toes up towards you. Don't forget to breathe. Lovely. And then we're going to do the squat. Lift up the heels again. Do it holding onto the chair if you haven't got the wall. Not as pleasant, but still doable. Squeeze the tummy in. Lovely. Okay, for anybody that is feeling energetic still, I'm going to do it one more time. Do have a rest if you have had enough. So, we're going to do exercise 1. And the lift. And then the other leg. So, of course, if you've got arthritis in your knees, we can't cure the arthritis. There's nothing we can do about that. All we can do is try and strengthen the muscles surrounding your joint where the problem is, and that will really, really help to protect the joints that are a problem. Okay, exercise 2 is your cat pedals. So this is really working on all the muscles surrounding your knees. And then we've got the bigger cat pedals. Lovely, whatever works for you. Okay, we've got our knee circles. Knees, a lovely circle. Really focus on drawing that circle. That's that circle with your knees and back the other way. Lovely. Okay, exercise 4. Lift up your heels and a squat. Feet are facing forwards, knees are going straight forward over your toes. Don't forget to breathe. Lovely. Okay, we're going to take the feet wider, so lift and a squat. Make it bigger if it's comfortable. Squat, lift and a squat, and lift. Okay, then the next one is we're going to do our squat and we're lifting up the heels. It will become easier if you tighten up your pelvic floor and squeezing your tummy, because it'll help you to balance. Oh, I'm feeling it now. Okay, the next 2 exercises against the wall or holding onto the chair. You haven't got the wall to hand. Feet out, legs are straight. We're lifting up the toes. So try and pull the toes up right towards you. Really flex the feet. Really pull the toes up towards you. Make sure that you're not going to slip. Whatever's comfortable for you. And then the last exercise, a little squat on the wall or standing up, of course. Heels are lifting up. Heels lifting up. It helps to balance. Have your arms out, otherwise you just hold onto the wall. Wow. Okay, that is really quite hard work on the thighs. So it's something a little bit different today to the normal things that we do. I hope you enjoyed that. You could just take one exercise at a time. If you've got dodgy knees, you could just do 1 or 2 of them. If you did them every day, a couple of them every day, you would really notice the difference. You really help to strengthen those muscles. So I hope that helps. Please join me in the group on Wednesday, probably at 2 o'clock. where I'll be doing some of that, and I'll be doing some stuff on the floor and a bit more complicated stuff, and I'll be doing some stuff with yoga blocks. So if you haven't got yoga blocks, you can use books to put your heels or your toes on, so just something to stretch the muscles a little bit more. Lovely. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you soon.